Shalom Mishkael, Islam, Assalamu alaikum, peace to the gods, peace to the goddesses. I know all my rights, I reserve all my rights without recourse. So, just gonna take a moment to go over this response and answer to a eviction unlawful detainer. Alleged. So, once again, here we go, pass for the whole month so far. Now we're up to 66.59. Okay. All right, so ask yourself, how are we able to sit here and run up $7,000 worth of rent, right? But the fact is that they are committing genocide on the land and they know it, which is why he failed to answer to the unlawful detainer I sent him. Right, so this is a form MC025 that I used to type out my explanation, my affirmative defenses raised, and attached it with the UD 105 form, which is an answer. So supposedly they said I had 5 days to answer, but I think by law I have 30 days to answer. But nevertheless, I mailed it out today. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this. At the top, I put state proceedings pending arbitration hearing. I put the case number. I said this eviction case should be dismissed because of the defective notice. This eviction case should be dismissed because the plaintiff is taking advantage of his own wrongdoing and dishonor in commerce in relation to his complaint, which is unclean hands and is prohibited by law. The law requires those coming into court seeking justice to do justice themselves. A breach by plaintiff already exists, and the plaintiff has a contractual obligation that he failed to perform, and according to the terms and conditions of the prior written agreement, the plaintiff waived his right to bring any complaint in the court. The plaintiff failed to pursue alternative dispute resolution as the plaintiff failed to request mediation or arbitration as required by the contractual obligation of the counteroffer and conditional acceptance written agreement delivered by hand to the plaintiff on May 9, 2019, where the final notice counteroffer and conditional acceptance specifically stipulates and requires arbitration for any dispute arising under the terms and conditions of the written agreement between the plaintiff and the defendants. On April 5th, 2019, and again on May 14th, 2019, the defendants offered the rent due and future rent in a written agreement titled Final Notice Conditional Acceptance Counteroffer Claim, but plaintiff would not accept it in violation of UCC 1203 Obligation of Good Faith. Neither did the plaintiff answer to the letter. The plaintiff has a contractual obligation to the defendants and has filed this complaint in retaliation to that contract. The plaintiff is arbitrarily discriminating against the defendants, serving the complaint in violation of California Civil Code 1624, Statutes of Frauds, in violation of California CCP 1161-3 and 4, and in violation of the Constitution and the laws of the United States of California. Of the laws of the United States and California. Constitution of the laws of the United States and California. As this matter involves a dispute arising under the current terms and conditions of the final notice, counteroffer, and conditional acceptance written agreement issued by defendants in response to room for rent written contract issued by plaintiff to defendants on May 8, 2019. Defendants are entitled to an order staying all proceedings in this matter until arbitration has been completed and settled by the plaintiff. And because in the caveat in the arbitration agreement executed by acquiescence by the plaintiff, in the caveat specifically states only an arbitrator being a neutral party who the grantor and undersigned selects will act as arbitrator. put some other stuff. The plaintiff has a prior contractual obligation with the defendants as must adhere to the terms and conditions of the counteroffer and conditional acceptance issued by the defendant to the plaintiff and pursuant to California Civil Code of Civil Procedure, CCP, Section 1281, Section 1281.2, Section 1281.4, Section 1292.4, and Section 1293.2. The counteroffer and conditional acceptance issued by the defendant to plaintiff requires arbitration for any dispute arising under the terms and conditions of the final notice offer counteroffer written agreement. Also, it requires the court to enforce the contract that plaintiff was issued by the defendant and notice of default opportunity to 3-day cure that was delivered to the plaintiff under notary public certificate. Service, blah, blah, blah. So I just did a lot of research and found the affirmative defenses that I wanted to put in there. I'm not sure if I put everything that I could have that I wanted to, but I got most of it. Basically, the fact that this is, dishonorable for someone to come into court seeking justice when they haven't done justice themselves. So this was sent to the court today, and I'm also going to fax it and then email the board of the corporation to let them see what he's done and to give them an opportunity to drop their case, because it won't end well for them. The judge is going to have to stay the proceedings until arbitration award is the arbitration hearing is completed, and then once we get back to the court, I'm going to let the judge know that they owe us money and you need to tell them to pay us our money right now. So they wanted to go to court. They sent a complaint that no one signed to. No one signed under perjury except a lawyer who has no standing. It's not a party standing interest, and corporation can't sue living people. So this is what's going on in this country. This is what's going on here in California. And it's unlawful, and it's acts of genocide, paper genocide, physical genocide from the land, and that's what's going on. So they sent their lawyer, whatever his name is. If this was Mortal Kombat, I guess that'd be their next player they sent up against Liu Kang. So now we do battle for this round, and then we take him into International Court for War Crimes, breach of contract, breach of fiduciary duty, and a whole lot more. So I hope this helps you, my sons, my daughters, my brothers, my sisters. Gonna make this short, and I'll be back soon. All right, life forever. Take care. Study, 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 so that when you must do battle, you not only have master of the sword, you also have mastery of the shield. There is a time to use where law is a sword, and there's a time when law is your shield. Shield and your buckler. So, study, meditate, raise the vibration of the planet, with everything that you have. All right. Seek the good. I remember several months ago I made a video about the White Jeep Posse. It's a corporation they got here, but they're also affiliated with the police, and they do a lot of stalking and surveillance people. So I feel like I'm dealing with them, but pretty soon we're gonna do videos on sending requests to the CIA, FBI for anybody who's surveillancing, spying on us, and then we'll take them out for war crimes against indigenous peoples of this land. So I'm here to do battle. The battles are done in the court. So gather your strength. I'm sending you positive, reinforced energy. Life forever.